Ghetto, favela, projects, bad neighborhoods, whatever you want to call them, every country has them. It's nothing new and it will probably always exist, unfortunately. Cinema approaches many subjects and that's a fact, so obviously filmmakers wanted to bring to attention to these places where they grew up. I decided to make a list of the best 6 ghetto movies from all over the world. By the by, I'm the movie guy and let's start this list. Number 6, Jerusalema. This is a South African film where we follow Lucky Kunene as he grows from a small-time crook to a crime boss during the apartheid. Lucky notices that life doesn't get any better for him and others after the end of the apartheid, so he decides to take matters into his own hands. This film manages to do something cool. It feels unique despite the elements alone being analyzed in other pictures. But above all else, it's just a fun ride, a good story to get engaged by, some action for journalist's sake, and ultimately, it's a great win for South African cinema. However, it doesn't compare with the other entries on this list. Number 5, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Guy Ritchie had to be on this list and he could have been with a lot of films. Most of his movies are about crimes, heists, or empires made by people living in rough neighborhoods, but I went with his first film because I think it's the most appropriate. A group of friends pool money together in order to enter a poker game. They lose and have to pay $500,000 in a week's time. Now they have to scramble and come up with a plan to steal that money from somewhere. While Lock, Stock doesn't exactly portray the life in ghettos, it still shows the hustle of men wanting to make a better life for themselves, plus it's incredibly fun and the script is really smart. Number 4, Lahane. A lot of you might know this French flick. Lahane follows 24 hours into the lives of 3 young men a day after a violent riot. Vincent Cassel shows off his quality in this picture, and he has the famous scene where he washes in the sink and impersonates Travis Bickle. It's a black and white picture, and he focuses a lot on social commentary. Every one of these 3 young men have different backgrounds. One is a Jew, one an Arab, and one an African. The film shows off the ghettos of France and portrays 3 characters which desire to be heard, but yet they are neglected. Tragedies happen in this film, and while that might change your outlook on these 3 characters, it will make you think that Lahane is a true masterpiece. Number 3, Slumdog Millionaire. This is an Indian film, a very well-known one. We follow Jamal as he wins a lot of money in the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and is accused of cheating. He tells the story of his life to the police. Now this is the best movie that I've watched in March. Watching it gave me the idea of making this list. An incredible film, the story is top-notch. I had some gripes with it. The slow motion was really bad and the final question of the show was just too easy for the sum of money that it was worth. But everything about Jamal's life was great, a fantastic story that everyone should watch. It's definitely not an easy movie to watch given what is implied in the film, but it's not disturbing in a way that will make you want to switch it off. Number 2, Boys in the Hood. The pioneer of movies about ghetto gets second spot. John Singleton wrote and directed a picture about the lives of 3 young men living in Crenshaw with themes of race, relationship, and violence being approached. A thought-provoking film, it had it all, and there is no doubt that it left an impression on people. Almost every rapper has a bar about this film, masterfully acted by Lawrence Fishburne, Cuba Gooding Jr. and Ice Cube. It leaves a mark. The goal of the film is to make us sympathize with the plight of African Americans, and it is very socially responsible. Despite being the pioneer, there is a film that managed to do better than it. Number 1, City of God. Brazil's City of God takes the top spot. I think it is just flawless in every aspect, violent, disturbing. We follow the paths of 2 kids from the slums of Rio as one tries to become a photographer and the other one a crime lord. Lil Z is one of the best antagonists in films. He is so hateable. It's shocking, but it never makes you want to look away. You are strapped in for a ride that is this film. The actors, which were not professional, do a fantastic job, and the fun fact is that they chose to be paid in money instead from the revenue. If they chose the revenue, they would have made 100 times more than their salary. They just didn't believe in the picture. Which of these films are you planning on watching? Let me know down in the comments. While you are there, press that like and subscribe button. Press the bell to get notifications every time my videos get uploaded. And until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.